Hey, how's everybody? It's good to see you, Holly and JP. Create Everything, Fix Nothing. Again, back for another episode in our wisdom series. It's something I've been thinking about because I know throughout my life I certainly experienced this. But have you ever, been going for something, and it may be new or it may be challenging, and all of a sudden, as you're going for it, you have fear and you have negative thoughts that, oh man, I can't do this. I don't have enough knowledge. I'm not significant enough. I'm not worthy. I can't, this isn't me. I can't do this. My bet is that you have, because I think probably every human being on the planet has experienced that. It's a common thing where we're going for something we really want, or at least, or we've convinced ourselves we want it, but we really want it. And then we have that self-doubt. And what do you do? It's a great question. And it's one that many of us, I'm sure, have wrestled with. It used to be, I used to think, well, it's willpower. You just power through it. You just keep going. Doesn't matter. And what I found was by not acknowledging what was going on, it kept coming up. And I really stopped being aware of what I was feeling. And so I might go through with something that ultimately didn't get the result I wanted. And so it was, a couple years ago when I found a new way of approaching life, that I realized through that work that resistance, that voice, was my unconscious or my subconscious. And it was trying to keep me where I was. It was trying to keep me safe. That's its job. And what I needed to do was not only acknowledge it, but also welcome it. And realize that it was there for a reason. That there was wisdom in that resistance. It didn't mean I needed to stop, though. It actually meant I needed to stay focused on what I truly love, what I was going for. That this was a smoke screen, trying to cover my eyes up with smoke so that I couldn't see what I truly loved. And once I learned to stay in that, to feel what I needed to feel, seek the wisdom internally so that I could then step forward into continuing to create what I loved through aligned action. That's when magic happened. Instead of bypassing it, I stayed in that tension, stayed in that resistance, learned from it, and then moved forward.
Yeah, I really like that, the phrase, stay in the tension. Because when we start to have those fear-based thoughts, when we have the thoughts of self-doubt and maybe low self-esteem or doubts around confidence, we can sometimes shrink on what we really want, maybe turn around and give up. So it is important to see that it's there, be aware of why it's there, and find an effective way to move through that. And you do have to move through it.
Yep.
Like JP said, you can't bypass it. You've got to move through it and keep moving forward with what it is that you are wanting to manifest. Okay, so there are several ways to do that, to kind of hack your subconscious mind a little bit, maybe, and that is diffusing from your thoughts. So our thoughts and the emotions that happen because of our thoughts can feel very, very real. The good news is they're not. They're just thoughts.
They're not based in that reality.
Yeah,
they're based in history.
They're based on previous wounds or previous, challenging experiences that you've had. So the first thing is to create some distance between you and your thoughts. Even just literally put them out there. Like, okay, that thought is there. I'm having that thought again that I'm not smart enough, or I'm not good enough, or that I can't accomplish this, that, or the other, or that I can't have a wonderful, healthy, loving relationship, or whatever it is that your negative thought loops are around. Literally, oh, there's that thought, and put it out there. Get it out of your head. Put it out there, wherever there is, and look at it. Okay, because our thoughts can feel like they are just right here. You're just creating distance. It is that thought again, that this, that, or the other. Okay, sometimes it's not so easy just to do that and say, okay, that thought's not real. It feels real. So maybe dig in and examine it a little bit. I love the work of Byron Katie. I am way watering it down just for the sake of this video, but question your thoughts. Look at the hardcore evidence of your negative thoughts. Ask yourself, whatever your thought is, I can't think of a great example right now, whatever your thought is, say, can I absolutely know that this is true? Is there actually evidence that this is really, really true?
Real evidence, not just thoughts, right?
Yeah, real evidence that this is true. And turn it around. Who would I be without this thought? What would I be going for? What would I be creating without this thought? Okay. Another way to do all of that is to think of taking a bird's eye view down into your life. Like, if somebody was looking from the outside in on your life, what would the evidence be? What would they see?
Yeah.
So I'll give a tiny, quick personal example. Is that I do struggle sometimes with never feeling like I'm doing enough. I never feel like I'm doing enough. I don't feel like I know enough. I don't feel like I'm, smart enough. But I keep going because I keep refocusing. And one thing that I do is looking from the outside in. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I get to teach yoga and mindfulness to kids every day. I get to coach women on doing life better and up-leveling their lives. I look at myself from a bird's eye view of the kind of mother that I am. A damn good one, by the way. And I look at like the quality of people that I get to be around all the time. My friends, the people that I get to work with are remarkable. Dude's pretty remarkable too. So I look at the evidence around me, okay? When you look at the evidence, you realize the thoughts are not real. They're not true.
So one final thought as you think about when you get to that point where you become uncomfortable, because staying in the tension is uncomfortable.
Yes.
And that's okay. Ask yourself this. What would the me I'm becoming do right now? Again, what would the me I'm becoming do right now? My bet is that it's going to be to take that aligned action in the direction of your desired reality, that desired outcome, doing what you love. Have a great one.